Hi. Sorry, technical difficulties. This is Jennifer from the Rolling Stones food blog, and today we're going to make a request for Donna. She would like coconut scones with chocolate chip. Now, before I even start videotaping, what I like to do, and I suggest you do it too, it makes cooking so much easier, and that's getting your ingredients and everything ready before you start. So my oven is preheated at 400. I have my scone pan already sprayed with the cooking spray. If you want to roll yours out, etc., of course, then you won't, then just lightly spray a cookie sheet. Got all my ingredients. I got 2 cups of flour in here ready to be sifted. I've got my sugar, salt, baking powder, everything I need to make this. So we're going to get going, because I'm sure you got things to do. And right now we've sifted 2 cups of flour. Now some people might like the texture, the flavor of having coconut flour in their scones. That is totally fine. I'm not doing that today, but you can. In that case, instead of 2 cups of all-purpose flour, you're going to do 1.5 cups and half a cup of coconut flour. You can find that in your gluten-free section of your grocery store, okay? Next, we're going to put a tablespoon of baking powder. We've got a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to whirl it around just to mix it up. Okay, can't take much to mix that up. Okay, we're going to add half a cup of coconut sugar. Yes, if you haven't heard of it before, it is in your sugar section. We're whirling that too. If you don't have coconut sugar, maybe you find it too expensive, maybe you don't like the looks of it because it will make the scone a little on the brown side, that's fine. White sugar is completely fine, okay? Then, usually at this stage we add half a cup of butter. Well, today we're doing coconut oil. So I have the equivalent in little pieces of coconut oil that we are going to add to this. And we're going to whirl that till the mixture looks like breadcrumbs. So this actually, for anybody who's into this is going to end up being a vegan scone because it's not going to have any animal products in it. So that's also good for anybody who's lactose intolerant or has a milk allergy. There's no milk in this recipe, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. To me, using some of these ingredients makes the coconut flavor just more prevalent, and that is really the whole purpose. So whirl it around. Coconut oil is easier to work with than butter, and the mixture does look like breadcrumbs. I'll show it to you. Hopefully you can see it. And so now what we're going to do is we add our fillings. We have half a cup of shredded coconut and half a cup of chocolate chips. It's going to be like, almost like a Mounds scone. Mounds is a candy bar, in case you are, you live in like England or Australia and never heard of it. It's a coconut and it's covered in chocolate. And they call it Mounds here. So it's almost like that. And if you look at that, look at that. You still see like short, everything looks like breadcrumbs. If you move it around, you can see the occasional chocolate chip. That's what you want. Now, instead of the half a cup of milk, we're doing half a cup of coconut milk. You can find that. You can find it in the Latin American section, the Asian section, and because of so many people are so health conscious, you should be able to find it in like the soy milk, almond milk section as well. And whirl that around until it starts coming together in big, huge clumps, like this is. Woo! You said, now remember, you're like, coconuts are white. Remember, the sugar is brown, so it's going to have a little darker look to it. But see how it just came together like that? It's a perfect amount of liquid. If you happen to live in a very humid climate and you've been following my blog and you find out that half a cup consistently seems to be way too much liquid, then what you need to do is cut back the liquid in the recipe. Start a quarter of a cup because it's easier to add more moisture into a recipe than it is to try to take it away. And what I will do now that I say that is I think I'll come up with the what do you do if video for you guys at some point. I'll come up together with ideas. If you guys have any questions, that's a perfect time and I can take care of those questions during that time. So just put it in the reply, put it in my blog, whatever the case. So for a scone pan, I just take out the huge glob and I literally just divide it however many pieces. I'm making mini scones, so I've got 16 pieces, so I'm just going to divide it in half. So now I've got 2 pieces, right? Divide this in half, this in half. Now I've got 4, and I just keep going until I have what I need, right? So right now I've got 8. So now I can drive each piece into 2 and just mash it into little spaces. Doesn't have to be perfect. The rustic home look is underrated. You know, most people watching this are not pastry chefs, so no one expects it to look like you're like some sort of, you know, professional. This is for you, your family, and friends. So it's okay if it doesn't look perfect. Plus, it also shows, you know, when it's not perfect, all the love you put into it, you know. So, okay, I'm trying to make them form into triangles. Just push it a little. Make sure they're flat on the top. Again, perfection is not important, but I just want to make sure that they kind of are shaped more or less the same in the shape pan. See, you see some gaps. That's fine, totally fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it for 400 for 15 minutes. I'm going to pause this, and then what we'll do is we'll make a little icing if you want that. I'll do it today, but normally to me, they're just decadent as they are, but I'll show you what if you put a little coconut icing on them and kind of dress them up, how good they look. Okay, so we'll be back in about 15 minutes.